Welcome to Scrum Prep School Session 2. I am Lydia Massale. This is Scrum Prep School, where Scrum is made simple and success is made possible. I am so excited to dive into this session with you, so let's do that. But I encourage you to lean in and learn if you are an aspiring Scrum Master. This is a lightweight introduction to the Scrum framework. Scrum is a framework for developing and sustaining complex products. Now, this portion of our session together comes to us from the Scrum Guide. And it teaches us that Scrum, or it tells us, it shares, it guides us into understanding that Scrum is a lightweight framework. So this is a lightweight introduction to a lightweight framework that helps people, teams, and organizations generate value through adaptive solutions for complex problems. Now, if you listened to Scrum Session 1, we talked all about Agile Methodology. And in that particular session, we learned about the Agile values and principles. So if Scrum is an Agile framework that is built upon the foundation of Agile Methodology, it is no surprise for us to see the words that we see in the Scrum Guide, talking about people, because that aligns with the values, teams, organizations doing what? Generating value. And so as you are learning, I encourage you to really lean in and begin to allow this entire learning process for you to become a cohesive way of understanding and at looking at the various definitions that you or terms, phrases, words, concepts that you are encountering as you learn. And certainly, please, I cannot encourage you enough to take notes and to, again, lean into your learning. Scrum, again, according to the Scrum Guide, it says Scrum is simple. It tells us that Scrum is built upon by the collective intelligence of the people using it. And rather, they said, than provide people with detailed instructions, the rules of Scrum guide their relationships and their interactions. So instead of saying, here's a process, here are all these rules that you have to follow, here are all these instructions in detail and things that you have to do, the Scrum Guide is not more than 20 pages even, and it simply is there to guide the relationships, guide the interactions, guide the way of working, but in a lightweight way. And it guides it by providing essentially values, and it provides, again, rules that are meant to build upon the foundation of these principles and values of Agile Methodology. So it also teaches, according to the Scrum Guide, that various processes, techniques, and methods can be employed within the framework. Would you look at that? And so there is, in this case, no perfect answer, no one way of doing this. And again, I come back to the Scrum Guide, I come back to the Agile Manifesto, because it can be very easy to get stuck in a way of working or thinking, and that is not the definition of Agile at all when it comes to being able to pivot and to adapt. And so you really want to keep that in the forefront of your mind, and I'll encourage you to revisit the Agile Manifesto and Scrum Guide as often as you can. Scrum, it says, wraps around existing practices or renders them unnecessary. As we're reflecting what we're doing, what we're practicing, do we need it or do we not? Has Scrum revealed that what we're doing as our existing practice is working and it can now guide and inform our relationships and interactions? Or does it show, hey, that's not necessary, that's not needed, that's not aligned? It makes visible the relative efficacy of current management, environment, and work techniques so that improvements can be made. So as we're looking at our results, what needs to change? What's working that we can continue to build upon? But where are there opportunities for growth? I am smiling because it's such a wonderful way of thinking and working. Is it perfect? No, but that's not the point. It's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be reflective and to engage intentionally in not just making a wonderful product at the detriment of the team, or at the detriment of relationships, or at the detriment of being able to sustain that work. No, it is encouraging, and it is leaning into the way of working and the way of producing valuable software. So let's simplify this a bit, if I may. Scrum is an agile project management framework. I addressed this in session 1 as well. I'm using the terminology project management because I believe it holds value for those who are completely new to Scrum or Agile methodology. It can be explained as is and in its wonderful definition, but I believe that to make it relatable, using the phrase project management can help. So I can admit here, Scrum, Agile Project Management Framework. Scrum is a framework that's built upon Agile methodology. Okay, but some people call it Agile Project Management. I'm using that to make it relatable, but just moving forward, they're different things, project management and being a Scrum Master. But I'm telling you, as you're getting out there, you're looking for jobs and all the things, you'll see it stated in so many ways. And these 2 ways are some that you'll see. It is designed to provide structure for teams to be able to work and deliver quality products using a set of values, principles, and practices. So in our thinking, in our mindset, in our principles, in our values, we're addressing that, our approach. But then there are also practices, and we'll begin to learn of those various ceremonies, events that takes place. Okay, so it encourages teams to learn through experiences, self-organize while working on a problem, reflect on their wins and losses to continuously improve. While Scrum is most frequently used by software development team, its principles and lessons can be applied to all kinds of teamwork. So this is really another interesting and really, I think, encouraging aspect of the Scrum framework. So many industries use it, and you can even use it in your life personally. I'm going to be sharing a session on how you can practically apply Scrum and the framework in your own life and essentially begin to practice and build on your experience. The Scrum framework includes a set of ceremonies, events, meetings, tools. These tools support the team roles, and values that work in concert to help teams deliver value consistently. And so again, Scrum is looking to say, hey, our process, we want for it to be one of teamwork, collaboration, growth, reflection, improvement, and then we want that to help us deliver valuable software. This is so important for you as an aspiring Scrum Master, and I had to include it in this session. Let's build on the foundation of your user engagement and experience. These are all apps from my cell phone. At certain times, companies, teams within those companies communicate to me as a customer. And I'm sure if you've used a smartphone, Android, iOS device, as a user, teams have communicated with you as a customer, as a user that they have released a new product or feature to. And they send you a message, say, hey, listen, download this software. update, and then they share with us what's new. They offer guidance and to really work to enhance, improve our user experience. So again, take a look. These are just simple screenshots. I don't own any of these pictures, of course, or these are apps that I'm using. But the goal here is, as you're learning about Agile methodology and as you're learning about the Scrum framework, if you're hearing me say, or you're reading in the Scrum guide, that Scrum is really offering teams a process and a guide for delivering complex products, I want for you to look and think as you engage with your own device. You're engaging with so many apps every day. You have no idea, most likely, how to develop that. But you know that it is a complex product. You understand that it takes some level of time, of intelligence, of expertise. So begin to lean into that and think about it. What is a complex product? The very apps you hold in your hands are complex products. The software that you're engaging with are complex products. Teams are taking their time and due diligence to engage and work with you, and it doesn't just stop at having you wake up one morning and download. They're taking it a step further to let you know what's new, what's improved, how to engage with it. Okay, so again, whether it's my iPhone itself or an app like WhatsApp, I am engaging with a software team. You are engaging with a software team, a tech company. I encourage you to think back to your own user experience. Can you recall new features added to apps like Instagram? Okay, 1 minute you can only record a 30-second video. Next thing you know, you can record up to 90 seconds. Something changed there. Someone did the work to make that available to you as a user, as a customer. Can you think about how different the current version of your phone is than when it first came out? I believe you can. It's doing a lot more than it was. The look, the feel, the design are probably completely different. There's a team behind this work that has worked again for months, maybe even years, on these products or features that are released to us as the public. We hold in our hands daily devices that allow us to engage with technology. That's not news. But my challenge to you as an aspiring Scrum Master is to pay closer attention moving forward to the fact that though you may have never worked with a software team as a Scrum Master, as a project manager, as a product owner, you might not even know what all these terms mean. You might not know what all these roles do specifically, but you have engaged with them as a customer. It is critical in my mind, in my effort, a part of my purpose to serve you is to let you know that you are not brand spanking new to this. You are not starting from scratch. There's a level of understanding that I want you to, I'm asking you to, I'm encouraging you to lock into the fact. Go back and look at your phone. Say, I remember getting that message where my software was being updated. Go back and look at the release notes that teams are sharing. Okay, there was a team that worked on this. And what I'm learning from Lydia is that that team applying Agile methodology was able to release or provide this new software to us as a customer, and begin to work through that knowledge and build on that foundation. And as we move forward and the sessions I teach become deeper, more informed, we're learning from a place where you've done some relating, some reflecting, some locking in, and hopefully having some breakthrough and light bulb moments to say, I can understand this, I can understand or grasp these concepts. Do that first from your customer or user experience role, and then we're going to begin to build knowledge for the Scrum Master role. So in this session, you have homework. Lean in. We're learning together. You're going to have to engage and get in and do some work. So why don't you go to scrumguides.org and download the Scrum Guide and read it. Simple. Highlight, you can download the PDF. And if you can mark that thing up on your device, please do so. Or take notes so that you can begin to, again, align and apply that which you are learning. So, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Scrum Prep School on Instagram, on TikTok, and YouTube at Scrum Prep School. And you can visit scrumprepschool.com for more information. You can even book a free one-on-one 30-minute career clarity call. Are you aspiring to be a Scrum Master? Do you have questions? I'd love to talk to you, answer. Go book a call with me. Let's have a chat. I can chat. I can talk. I can answer questions. I love to do it. I'd love to do it for and with you. You can also email me at ladia@scrumprepschool.com. Until our next Scrum session, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next session.